wherever you are. Whoa, we got the recording going. All right. And I'm gonna have you just go ahead and put your, actually before we do this, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna look around the room, because a lot of times when we get into this feeling of dysregulation, there can be a feeling of like our nervous system is actually telling us I'm about to get eaten by a lion. Right? When it's really just like, whatever it is, like we're nervous because it's the end of the month, or we have like someone said no to us, or like our kids are, freaking out, which is just happening to me 5 minutes before I jumped on here. My kids are all having a meltdown on their way to Kung Fu. And, so it's good to like move that energy. So one of the best ways, one of the number one ways, is to actually just center yourself in your body, feel wherever you're in contact with the earth, or feet, butt, booty, back. And then just go ahead and look around the corners of your room and name what you see. So outside, I can see a tree waving in the breeze. And like I'm already starting to feel my nervous system coming into regulation. Yawning is a really good sign of that. So if you just, you can either speak out loud if you're on mute, or to yourself, and just notice, I see my purse in the corner over there. I see my baby's shoes on the floor. You can hear if there's any noises that you can hear. And you want to also be really turning your head, because these muscles in here help with the vagus nerve and the the regulation of the nervous system. So it's really good before you jump on a connect call. If you're nervous, before you reach out to somebody to invite them to something, just take a minute and just really turn your head, look around, name what you're seeing. And that can really start to shift the energy. And then we're going to do one other thing here. So come back into facing forward. And this is one of my favorites. You can go ahead and put your hands up to your collarbone, like up to the base of your neck. Take a deep breath in and exhale with sound as you move your hand down the front of your body, like with nice pressure, like you're petting a dog with thick fur. So you can exhale. Do that 3 times. Okay. Beautiful. So you can just let me know in the comments how that felt for you. Rach, how you doing? Are you ready?
Much better, thank you.
Okay. You're like in the center of your screen. The angle's great. Before, when I left you in my screen, you were like this. Like, oh my god. So okay, so this is just,
I just need one more co because there's still people I'm finding in the waiting room. So I apologize. Is there somebody else who can volunteer to be a co-host?
Yeah. Rach, put me on. Jessica Berry, put me on.
Okay, thank you.
All right. This is also one of the most beautiful things about what we're doing here, is that we're doing it in community, you guys, and women and men.
That a girl, Jess. Take that leadership, Jessica. Love it.
Woohoo! Celebration time! I love it. Yeah. So we are here. We're in community. We're part of a community where things happen in the world, in life. We're all experiencing this, like, to the tippy top, levels of ability to even integrate what's going on in our world right now. And we get to be here in connection, in community, and really supporting each other through all of this unknown, whether it's unknown in your business, like as you're growing, or unknown in life, right? Life is heating up. It's just going to keep heating up for a while. So it's good to know who your community is, and it's really good to be able to be with them and to have the support as we move through all the ups and downs. So how you doing, Rach?
All right, better. Thank you. I can't figure out where to operate my controls from which screen. And anyway, long story short, here I am. And what I really want to do is let everybody know who Sarah Rhinelander is to me, because some of you might be new and don't know that Sarah was my roommate in Kauai. And she was such a good friend to me then. One of the best friends a woman could have, just very, very, very deep, really, really insightful. And she always just could like kind of pinpoint into my life, like, here's something that I'm noticing. And she could always kind of help me see something that I was stuck on and like get through this block. And it's amazing that she ended up joining Purium, and I joined with her shortly thereafter, that she continues to do this for me now. She is really an amazing mentor. And, you know, I just love you so much, Sarah, and what you've done. What I feel like is really important for people to know is that how I see you having risen all the way to 5-star crown from the very beginning is I have seen you evolve spiritually. I've seen you evolve on a personal level, on so many different levels. And you've always had this incredible spirit. You've always been a wise woman. And what I see is it just continues to deepen. And the reason to me why you are where you are is because you are authentic and you get deep with people in a way that's really simple, but it's by connecting with people. And so that just believing in people, believing in me has helped me rise, and believing in the people around you. And if anything, you know, this is how we help our people rise. If any of you have people that are on your team and you're wondering how to inspire or motivate them, it's just all we have to do is really believe in them, you know, because our belief sometimes carries the tide. So I would love to just kind of hand it over to you, Sarah. You know, just your story is so incredible. If you feel like sharing that, and I just trust your wisdom to kind of know where to go and just be in the flow here.
Oh, thanks, Rachel. And yeah, it's I have a lot to share today, and I'm sure that I'll be filling this cycle up with lots and lots of words. But before, you know, I go too far in, I just also want to reflect to you, Rach, like that, you know, it's been almost 7 years it's almost 7 years ago is when I started with Purium. It was December 21st, 2014. Like, whoa, that was a really long time ago. It makes me feel, you know, it's like it's just interesting to reflect back on that length of time, like how long ago it really was that this all that got started for me. And you know, I just love what you shared, Rach, about, and I want to appreciate what you shared about this picture, this experience of the spiritual evolution, and the growth in leadership that is possible here. And so I'm going to talk about, you know, probably there's going to be a lot of different things that are going to come through, like how to invite and how to follow up. And like, there's all these, you know, really awesome little tricks and tips and like how to get your business moving, you know, but really, you know, this is the heart and soul of why I am here, and why, you know, I see Stephanie in my screen, and I see Rachel in my screen, and, you know, that these women that we have been together working for more than simply, you know, as complex as it is, as not simple as it is to go out there and sell superfoods, as not simple as it is to hit ranks, you know, like, but it's about so much more, right? It's about more than all these separate things. When we bring them together, this is really, and I was actually just reading an email today that someone had sent me about how business is the most, perhaps she's not a mom, so perhaps, you know, in alignment with parenthood, that's creating and running and growing and committing and being able to stick with a business through the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, through all of those experiences. That is a path to God. That is a path not to an external God, but to actually knowing, contacting, deepening, and surprising the bleep out of yourself at what you find that's really deep down inside of you, inside of all of us, you know. And so there are, you know, of course, like I have always had big money goals and big, you know, visions and big desires and missions and all these things that are external. But for me, it all starts with what's in here, and it ends with what's in here. It can go all over the place, but it always circles back around to what's in here. And Rachel, I just want to I'm like feeling myself get all emotional. Woo! I just want to like witness you for exactly the same thing that you just witnessed me for, which is your strength, your growth, your evolution, the confidence and the self-worth that has blossomed, you know, from the moment like when we were first working together and it was like, oh my God, like what am I doing for it? To like now just being like, I'm a queen, you know, and like even just seeing you like where you are sitting and like how you're holding yourself right now. And there is this beautiful evolution that happens. So, you know, wherever you are in your, actually, I would love to see in the comments where, how long you have been with Purium. If you want to share your Purium birthday with us. And 4.5 years. Tall has an aging toddler. She's got a toddler, almost a young child there, almost 5 years. Beautiful. May 27th. Awesome. And oh my gosh, not even a week. Welcome. And what your highest rank is and what you're committed to experiencing by the end of this month, because it's always really great to have these touch points that guide us along our journey, because it can get very like expansive and esoteric and like, woo, yeah, like I'm like moving like huge energy and I'm learning about myself and like my world might even become crashing down around me as things change internally. Things have a tendency to change externally. But you know, the ranks and the daily action steps, the tracker sheet, you know, there's all these different things that we have that can really support us as we're expanding, as we're evolving, as we're moving, as we're transforming, as we're learning about ourselves and each other, as we're repatterning our habitual ways that we respond to stress in our environment, as we repattern the ways that we have a tendency to approach and like move through whatever is stimulating us in our environment. As we're doing all of that deep work, we have the Zooms and, you know, and the tracker sheet and our 90-minute time blocks and like our list and all these tools that can really support us to be moving the energy that we are moving and taking that energy and actually moving the needle on our life. And not having it be just like a big workshop where we're like, well, yeah, I'm growing and learning, but we're actually all here to create a life-changing income stream. An income stream that will actually have the ability to transform the way that we are in relationship with our world and in relationship with the decisions that we are making and the choices that we are making, that we are faced with every day. And this business and this model and this community and this company are here to support us, every single one of us, to be able to position ourselves in the world as someone who has the ability to choose. As someone who has the ability to choose. And I'm sure, you know, everyone, whether it's you or whether it's someone that you know, is aware that lots of people are being faced right now in their lives with extremely difficult choices that they're having to make between money and life, right? That there's many people on every single, like, and I also want to really presence here that the way that I hold my community is that this is a place where people of vastly different philosophical and political and blah, blah, blah views can all be together and be united and be in a safe place to love each other and to work for a common goal. So, you know, there's a huge spectrum, and I just want to say on that entire spectrum, there are people making tough choices right now more than ever about what they are going to do and how that is going to impact and affect the way that they're making income. And I think on that we can all agree. So with all that being said, I just want to thank you all again for taking the time to be here. and Rachel for taking the time to invite me here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop us in to a little visualization, which I actually used to do every single Monday for our team. And I haven't done that in a minute, but I always love to bring it back. And so I've just love to invite you all to just drop into your bodies again. And we're just going to go ahead and go on a little 5-minute journey and come back with some intuitive knowing. And I also really have, from the very, very beginning of, actually long before starting with Purium, relied heavily on and actively am always doing things to increase my relationship with my intuition. Because this especially is an extremely intuitive business model. This is not a linear experience. And so the more that we can get really in touch with our feelings and with our inner knowing and follow that, the better it is for business. So, so we're going to do a little walkthrough. So I'm going to have you guys just go ahead and close your eyes as long as you're not driving, and take a nice deep breath. And in your mind's eye, you're going to see, yes, intuitive business model. We're going to see a beautiful path. And you're going to see this path, and it's going to be, it kind of bends around in the corner, so you can't see where it ends, but you're starting to notice as you're walking down the path, again, you're going to hear different sounds, and you're going to notice any, like the way that the grass is feeling on your feet as you're walking down this path. You're going to hear the sound of a waterfall in the distance, and you're feeling extremely peaceful here and extremely in your body. And as you're walking up ahead, you see someone who you can't quite make out totally clearly, but you see someone up there. And you're intrigued. Oh, who's this person on my path? And as you come closer and walk closer to this person, you start to realize that this person in front of you that you're approaching is actually you. 1 year in the future. So as you're approaching this 1 year version of you, you're very open and curious, and you get the information that this 1 year in the future version of you no longer has to make any decisions based on whether you can afford to do something or not. That you have now in 1 year quantum leaped to a place where every single decision that you make in your life is based around this one question, which is this in my highest? It is not, do I have the money for this? Can I take this time off? What is someone else going to say? It is 100%. You are aligned with what you are here to do, and you know that what that is, and you hear very, very clearly all the messages and all the answers to every question. So as you are approaching this unbounded version of yourself, I want you to go ahead and actually, you're going to step into this version of yourself, this version of yourself with an unlimited budget. You're going to actually like merge together with him or her. And when you merge together with this version of yourself, then all of a sudden you're feeling everything that he or she has been feeling. And I want you to notice from this place where you no longer have to make any choices or decisions based on whether or not you can afford them. What are you feeling in your body? Look down and notice, what clothes are you wearing? Where are you located on the planet? Who's around you? Who's with you? What are you doing with your time now that you don't have to spend your time making money? What does it feel like? How are you holding yourself? How are you actually inhabiting your body right now? And as you're taking stock of all this, I want you to really notice what has changed for you. Notice what's different from how it was. Notice what you're experiencing that has changed. And from this place, I want you to go ahead and you're going to see something in your environment in this future self. You're going to see something either on the ground or somewhere around that's within reach that's going to represent to you how you're feeling right now. And I want you to just go ahead and pick up that thing, whatever it is, and you're going to go and put it right into your heart. And you can actually just go ahead and in real life wrap your arms around yourself right now. Really give yourself that love. And you and your future self merge together. Come back down this path when you're ready. And you're still feeling all those feelings that are different as you're walking and returning with this new wisdom, these new sensations, and this new gift that you put into your heart. And you come right back into our beautiful Zoom portal in real life here, in real technology life. And come on back in. And Jilly's getting up. She was lying down. I love it, Jilly. And yeah, I'd love to just like have a couple of you share. And so the reason that I do this process is because oftentimes I find that people, you know, one of the most important things for us to know as shepherds along this path, as guides along this path, is what is it that someone wants to change about their life financially? Like, what is somebody's actual vision, dream, goal, transformation that they want to achieve financially? And many people, when you ask them or lead them into that place to ask them that kind of question, they don't even know. Like, they have never even like been able to contact that kind of experience of like, well, what if I didn't have to think about money? Like, it's such a foreign concept that many people like won't even allow themselves to contact that because it's like, you know, disappointing or something, or, you know, there's all kinds of emotions that can come up around those things. So I love to just bring people through this occasionally. And I'd love to just have anyone, maybe like 2 or 3 people, we can hear from you briefly about what it was that you experienced and what stood out for you, what really resonated, what like some, you know, golden nugget from your little trip. And then we can move forward from there. We would love to share. You can go ahead and pop off mute.
I'll break the ice there.
Awesome.
I felt total financial stability. I felt a sense of having, a deep sense of having and not needing anything external, like I'm totally sourced.
And how did that shift like your inner posture stuff? Like, how did that shift? Like, what are some little things that would change for you if you felt 100% stable and resourced?
What are some little things that would change for me?
Or big things? I mean, like, how does that like manifest in your life? If you're living from that place inside your body, like, what are some things that you do or don't do that are different?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I felt in terms of where I was at was I owned 2 properties, and that was huge for me. So I owned properties, which I've never owned homes. So that was really big for me. And just, you know, no fear, no worry, no concern about money at all. Like, just that feeling of it was just so, it was like a full body experience.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so from that place, Steph, and if anyone else felt that in your, like in this visualization, just let us know in the comments, and you guys can actually go ahead and just share with us in the comments what it was that you experienced as well. But I love this, I really want to highlight this, this feeling, right? Because when we're feeling that way, so what I want to ask you Steph, is if you're feeling that way in your body, working your business, is it easier or harder for you to have people say yes, to do the inviting?
I see where you're going. Yeah, I
to
see where
have
you're
brand
going.
partners?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do you feel like
So when let's just say when I'm prospecting from that place, my posture is so like rock solid. Like there's no wavering whatsoever in any of the 7 areas of belief. Like I am so rooted. Like I've been using the image recently, Sarah, of the tallest sequoia, that you can imagine. Like I'm that rooted, like I'm that certain of what I have and who I am and the energy and the medicine that I'm carrying, may it be a benefit. So
beautiful. Thanks, Steph. Yeah. And that's really, part of this exercise, and why I had you guys really like look for something that represents this to you, is because we have the capability as humans. And if any of you have checked out Joe Dispenza or anything, that when we're actually creating our future now based on what it is that we're really experiencing in our bodies. It's not like, oh, just think about it and it'll happen. It's when we can drop into this visceral feeling of like, yeah, I have enough. Like I am so stable right now. That is going to impact the way that you are actually projecting yourself into your world. It's not that it just like necessarily just like, manifests out of thin air, but it's that you're now approaching your world in a different way, and you're going to be magnetizing different people, different experiences, different sensations to you based on how it is that you're actually feeling in your body. Like if I'm like afraid to talk to somebody, that's going to impact how they respond to me. If I am 100% so deep down, rock solid in my knowing that, girl, like, I have something for you that is a gift. And I want to give you this gift because I love you and I care about you. And you're a total badass and I would love to work with you, right? Like that's such a different energy when you approach someone from that place of like knowing that you got this, like that you have what you need, versus coming from them be like, so like internally, don't ask me if it's MLM. Don't ask me how much it costs, like, right? Like you're just going to elicit a different response from your world. So thanks, Steph. That was beautiful. Who else would love to share about what you experienced from your...
I would
I
love.
will. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'll just say that I felt just this wonderful warmth, a sense of confidence, like I'm totally abundant. I can make any choice I want. I was on a yacht and I was meeting people in different places and just warmly inviting them in because I know this is the nutrition we need, love, and want. And so it just was all flowing in a wonderful confidence of yes.
Beautiful. Thanks, Deborah. Awesome to see you and hear
So
you.
good to see you. I love hearing you. That was such a beautiful meditation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Deb. And yeah, like this is, again, like we hear this feeling, right? This feeling, the sensation in the body of like, I just feel so warmly welcomed and so embraced. And Deb, if you could go back, I don't know if you muted yourself back out. Thanks. There's a little feedback. Okay. So yeah, if everyone can just check your mute buttons, please. And yeah, and again, it's like so I want you also to picture yourselves at whatever is your like ultimate goal rank, right? For me, when I very, very first started, I was like, I'm going crown. I knew it right from the, like when I first finally saw Purium as something for me that could get me to where I, that could be a vehicle for me. Instantly, I was like, I'm going crown. It took me almost 2 years. I was, and so all the time I had to ask myself, if I was already crown, if you're on here and you're running for diamond, or you're orienting towards diamond, like if I was already diamond, what would I be feeling? How would I be holding myself? If I was already crowned, how would I be holding myself in the face of someone who was like, oh, what is that? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that sounds weird, like, oh yeah, like it's unshakable. It's that unshakable confidence and that posturing. And that is not just something that you roll out of bed with every morning. Just like motivation is not something that you roll out of bed every morning. If you're waiting to feel motivated to work your business, as a side note, I learned this for my 7 years. Grasshoppers. Wait not to feel motivated. No. If you're waiting to feel motivated to work your business, like really seriously, like write this on the inside of your eyelids, like write this in your brain, like know this, hear this. If you are waiting to feel good, motivated, excited, like inspired, if you're waiting for that feeling to come to you before you pick up the phone or you start working your business, you could very well be waiting forever. Those feelings do not come before you do the thing. They come as a result of doing the thing. You might have that like inspiration, that excitement, like that feeling for a minute when you first buy your thing, or like when someone, like you'll hit those peaks when you have those feelings naturally. But your job here is not to wait to like for the morning that you wake up and you're like, hallelujah, like I just want to talk to 10 people today about Purium, right? Like it doesn't happen like that. It happens by saying, what is my end result? I'm going to put this on. I'm going to take the time this morning to put this into myself. I'm going to take the time this morning to center in what it is that I really want to experience today. And then I'm going to do it. And then by the end of the day, most of the time, like, I can't even tell you guys how many times I have resisted leading a Zoom like this. Like every single one. You know how many Zooms I've led in my life? Thousands. And almost every single time, right before I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this. Like, I'm gonna Zoom, I have to talk to somebody now. Like if I had the option to not do it, I wouldn't do it. Then at the end of the Zoom, I'm like, oh my God, that was so awesome. I learned so much about myself. I feel fed. I feel energized. I feel excited. I feel alive. I feel inspired. So this is this side note here, but it's so important. Your inspiration is going to come as a result, as a reward for you doing what feels difficult, what feels sticky, what you feel resistant to, what you have this, oh, I don't know how to do that yet, or this person's gonna da-da-da, or blah, 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 right? Like all those little red light stories, they're gonna try to stop you every time. And those of you who are going to get to diamond, and those of you who are going to get to crown, and those of you who are going to get to royal crown, and those of you who are going to actually transform the trajectory of your life on a financial way are the ones who can navigate the resistance and who can source the motivation even when you're not feeling inspired to do the thing, especially when you're not feeling inspired to do the thing. Picking up what I'm putting down here. Getting a little, whew. All right. Oh yes. Okay. So we had one other share. Oh yes. Right. So this is it. It's just like working out, right? Like how many people, if you talk to anybody who's like consistently working out every day, like they're going to tell you every day I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym today. And I go anyway. And that is the trait and then you can totally learn that skill. You can do it. You can reprogram yourself. You can reprogram your nervous system so that you have the strength that it takes to say yes when you want to say no. You can do it. And if you do that and you get into consistency, you will move the needle. Tal is like, I wake up and I want to eat barbells for breakfast every day. So Tal, great. Now you just got to move that energy into your business. Right? Okay, who else is going to share? I'm excited to hear from you.
I was. Hi,
All
Sarah.
right. Hey.
Thanks for this amazing time to talk with you. As you were saying this, I was actually envisioning myself where I am currently right now on the beach, but my body was totally different. And I was wearing a bikini, which I don't even remember the last time I wore a bikini. And I was like confident, I felt confident and I felt empowered. And I was walking on my own private beach and I saw myself walking up to a party. And I was joining my friends, which is my Purium family, having a nice vegan party and enjoying life. And that's what I'm trying to manifest. And for me and my kids, and also feel the location freedom that I am trying desperately to have, because I know it's important, especially now.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. And so here's what I want to ask you, babe, is if you could be anywhere right now, where would it be? Like, so just tell me a little bit more about your location freedom. Just give me a little bit more, like, why is that so important to you right now?
Because I want to feel that I can move anywhere without anyone telling me what to do. Anyone, if you know what I mean, telling me what to do with myself, my body, my children. And it's important for me to have the freedom of location and also the freedom for my children to have a location. And for them, I mean, if it would be my way, I would never put my children in public school. And that's what I would envision for my kids. And that's what I'm doing. I'm growing in that way. And it took me a long journey for this point, but I know it can happen for me because I know I'm fucking strong. Sorry for saying a curse, but I know I'm strong. It's just taking me steps to get there. And I know I have amazing people like Tal and Tanya and Rachel, strong women that are in my life every day cheering me on. And the community is why we're here. And we can't do it without each other.
Beautiful, sister. So here's what I want you to do, Naomi. Are you ready for my prescription?
Yes.
Okay, look at me. Look at my screen. I want you to go. Oh, lift up your hat. I need to see your eyes. There you go. I want you to go and buy yourself a bikini. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Can you do that? I want you to go and I want you to spend money on this bikini, like however much money you can budget for it. Like, don't just go and buy some bikini that you're never gonna like or want to wear or whatever. Like, you got to get a bikini that you feel banging in. You're not waiting until you have location freedom to feel good about yourself and to feel hot and to feel beautiful and to feel like you deserve it. You have to feel like you deserve it now.
I deserve it.
You are beautiful. It's only you who's deciding not to wear a bikini. There's nothing between you and that bikini and that vision, girl. The bikini is step one. Like, you put on that bikini and you feel amazing in that bikini, and everything else is going to flow in a different way. Even your face has totally just like shifted. Can you all see like how energetically like her face has changed? Like, you look like you're radiating, right? And like, yeah, like, fuck that, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb too. Who's gonna tell you you can't wear a bikini? Who's gonna tell you that you don't look beautiful in a bikini?
Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, like get yourself in a bikini and get back to that beach and do a live video. I gave
I will.
Tal a prescription one time that she had to prospect in high heels. She had to get her red bottom heels on and prospect in front of the mirror. But this is the thing. There's so much wrapped up around inside of us about why I don't actually deserve to have the money that I say that I want to have so I can do the things that I want to do. It's not just as simple as saying, I'm just going to do this thing and make more money. It's a whole deep dive into what is it inside of me that feels like I cannot, that I don't deserve it, that I'm never going to make it happen. And that's what we have to shift for it to happen. And we got to use our tracker sheet. We got to get out of bed every day and do our 90 minutes. We got to be in the consistency around the things. But if it's just that, if it's just like those mental processes and it's just that, and there's not this deeper like alignment that's going all the way up through our system that like, yes, 100% yes, then there's going to be something that's going to, there's always going to be that person who said no. There's always going to be that rank that I never quite made. And there's always going to be this like, like it's going to feel heavy. So you're going to get a sexy bikini. You're going to get a sexy hat. And you're going to wear it at the beach before fall comes. And you're going to wear it and you're going to send me a picture. I want you to send me a picture, okay? How uncomfortable does this feel to you right now?
I could do it. I'm already on
You
my
can
way.
do
I've been
it.
working out every day for the past 3 months, every single day. I could do it.
Great.
I know I could do it.
Great. Yeah, you can do it. Like you can do this. And then you're going to go and you're going to tell the story. You're going to put on the bikini. You're going to come to the beach. You're going to get a cute hat. And you're going to say, listen, you guys, I have to tell you something. My whole life, I told myself I couldn't wear a bikini to the beach. I told myself that. And today, I changed that story. And today, I'm choosing to change every single story that I have told myself that I no longer believe is correct for me. And you're just going to start to own it. I mean, just baby steps, bikini first, crown second, right? Ah,
100%.
all right, girl. I'm going to
Thank
hold you
you.
to this. Yeah. Like
Bikini,
are you,
October 31st, bikini.
are you willing to do this? Like, I don't want to tell you you have to do something.
yeah.
I want to ask you, are you willing to do
No.
this?
Yeah, that's just the extra step to do it. And I know that I have awesome women who hold me accountable to it. And I could do it. October 31st.
October 31st, what's that?
That's the day I'm going to be wearing a bikini for Halloween on the beach.
No. You got to put on a bikini.
September
at the
30th?
beach. No. We're in August, honey.
Yeah.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I'm getting the bathing now.
Okay, so here's my question. How long do you want to wait until you are financially free to make these decisions?
I will get a bathing suit in 2 weeks. I'll get a nice bathing suit in 2 weeks when I have my own present body and mind without any children to go to the store. And I will do it in 2 weeks when my sister comes. And then I will put on the bikini in September. How's that?
What do you all think?
September is coming up.
What do you all think? I want to see the comments here.
Do it now.
Check the
Zaya
chat.
said.
Check the
I'm
chat.
going bikini as well as a diamond.
Going bikini. Every day I do this
It's a
prayer
present.
thing, seeing myself in a bikini
So-
when I was in Maui. Yes.
So Naomi, how long do you want to wait until you are like, I heard your prayer, sister. You were like, I need to have I need location freedom because it is so much more important to me now than it ever has been.
I don't know if I'm ready for a bikini in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not talking about 2 weeks. I'm talking about today.
Today, get a bikini? Okay.
Because if you can't get a bikini
I
today,
will purchase a bikini online today.
all right, great. Get a bikini online. I mean, if you can, it's the best is going to be for you to go and experience that feeling of going to a place and trying them on. Is there anybody that can go with you and help you with the kids? I mean, I've shopped for bikini with 4 kids. Like, it's crazy, but I make it work.
No,
myself-
it's just me. It's just me at this present time. That's why I was gonna wait for my sister to come so I can do it.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to say, Naomi, and whoever is your upline can walk you through this after, because I want to kind of like keep moving a little bit, but this is what I'm going to say. The sooner that you get that bikini, like what I'm feeling energetically here is that you're like saying, in 2 weeks I'll do it. And then when 2 weeks come around, I have a pretty strong feeling that you're not going to do it.
Oh, no. Seriously. I let me explain something. Let me show something to you.
Okay.
I never wore for the past 4 or 5 years, maybe more than that. I was wearing leggings to the beach. Here are my legs. I have a small thing on. It took me this summer for me to actually be confident enough to wear a bikini. So much so that my kid thought I was wearing my underwear on the beach. He was like, "You're wearing underwear."
Like, Mom.
I said, no. Yeah. So I'm on my way. And every day I've been working out, and I'm feeling confident in myself. So I know that's not going to be the case, but I will take you up on your challenge, Sarah, and I will buy a
here's my
bikini
challenge.
online today,
There you go.
and I will screenshot it and I will send it to you. And a nice hat.
And you on the beach in this bikini is a screenshot that I want. I don't want just like it in your cart.
Yeah.
I want to see it on you. And I want you to tell me I'm changing my story.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
I'm going to change my story.
That's right.
Because
you're beautiful.
I deserve it.
You're not going to be different. You're going to be more you. You're not trying to change. You're just trying to like really create the space in your life and in your body and in your experience for you to be fully 100% present with you as you. And all the other stuff that's not you,
I hear you.
all right.
Thank you.
Thanks, love. Thank you. Yay. All right. So everyone's going to support her, right? In the bikini-thon. Anybody else want to get in on that before the summer's over? Who else is going to get us a bikini? Y'all can do you can do a team alchemy.
Can I say a little something? So,
Please.
Naomi, I just sent you a picture of me in a bathing suit. So it was around convention in 2018. It was my first time wearing a bathing suit in 17 years. Okay. I had never even been in the water with my kids before. That's how embarrassed and ashamed I was of my body. And this convention, I was held up by Erin and another brand partner. She's no longer here with us, Susan. And they were like, girl, just get out there. Who cares? Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just put on the bathing suit and get out there. Let's go. We're all going to the pool. You can't go out there with your pants on, right? That's drawing more attention to you than anything else. Just put on the bathing suit. Nobody cares. Get out of your head. And I did it. I just sent you the picture. It's the first time I gotten into a pool in 17 years. And this coming from an ex-swimmer, okay? I used to swim for the Jamaica Junior swim team for 7 years, all right? So if I can do it, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. You got this.
That's
I love
right.
you, Tal.
And I want to also respond to Amy's comment, which is to be uncomfortable but not traumatized. And I want to also share that the reason that I picked bikini is because bikini played a huge role in the vision that she had for herself. Right? I didn't just like pull bikini like out of the thin air. Oh, girl, you gotta go to spy. But in her vision of herself, in this future place where there was no limitation, the very first thing that came out of her mouth was, I was on the beach in a bikini. Right? And so that for me is a place where it's like, that is her soul speaking. Right? That's like some place inside of herself that's saying, I'm ready to be seen in this way. And in order for this to unfold for me, I have to be seen in this way. I have to change. This is the very first, and it's such an easy thing. Like, and totally like, I like, we're not trying to traumatize anybody, of course, but that of all the things, that she listed in her vision, the bikini is such a fast one to like actually create and make it happen. So even if she just buys it and wears it in front of her mirror, it's still like stage one. Like that was her languaging, that was her vision, that was her seeing herself in this place. And it's only just her own story about whether that is or isn't, okay for her to be doing, that's stopping. So that, I just wanted to kind of like presence that, Amy. And yes, like, I appreciate your just your wisdom and your observations of everything. And so here we are. We've been an hour almost already. And and thank you so much, Naomi, for playing with me. I also know that you can play. I know that you can play with me in that way, and I appreciate your willingness there. And so let me just hang on one second, everybody. I'm going to check in and see, because I'm supposed to be on another Zoom here, but I know that Rachel normally keeps you for 15 minutes extra, and I haven't gotten confirmation about my other Zoom. So I just wanted to yay, love you, Naomi. I'm like loving all the support for Naomi. Yes, sister. I was Chili was in a really fancy lounge suit, track suit. Oh yeah. But it's just like, it's about bringing that future vision. Like, what's a way that we can bring our future vision into reality now? And so I'm going to tell you guys a little story here to close it out. And my story is about so right now I'm in Uruguay, I'm in South America, and we came down here. It's funny, like, I love what you shared, Naomi, partly because that was like, literally, that was my reason. One of my biggest reasons for starting with Purium 7 years ago is because I had such a huge 100 million% commitment to having location freedom, and most specifically to being able to come down to South America, to be in Uruguay, where my husband is from and where his family is. And this was just like, one of the main like visions after like having our own house in Kauai, where we didn't have to, get kicked out every month, every couple of months, or every year, minimum, like maximum every year, we were having to find a new place to live. And it was just crazy over there. So number one was being able to have like stability for ourselves in our living situation, which I feel is like should be a basic human right. And number two is to be able to have the flexibility and the ability to move, because, to be honest with all of you, since we're getting vulnerable here, I always had a really clear inner knowing that if things start to get weird, I want to be able to go somewhere that I have like a place to go and be. And interestingly, I'll just give you guys like the brief rundown. So we built a house here in 2008 or 9 when my oldest, my 13-year-old was a baby. And then we came down a few times, and then there was a period of time when we couldn't come down for about 5 years. Now, the last time that we came down before we had to stop coming down was the first time that we actually used like this place as a weirdo world, yo. It's getting weird. So it was like kind of, you know, not to like be in the fear languaging, but like a little, you know, safe route, like a safety. And so when I was pregnant with my second child, very, very pregnant was when Fukushima hit. And we were in Kauai, and I was about 8 months pregnant, and we started seeing the radiation map and feeling what was going on. And so we actually basically evacuated Kauai and came down to Uruguay and had Ita down here. And we never wanted to leave. We wanted to stay. We were like, okay, we're here. We feel so amazing. We made it through the winter. It was like, yeah, we're in Uruguay. And right in that moment, I realized that Diego couldn't be out of the country for more than 6 months because of his immigration status with a green card, that if he was out for longer than 6 months, he wouldn't be able to become a citizen. So we decided to come back to Kauai. And basically, like, long story short is that we came back to Kauai with $300 in our pocket, a newborn, a 3-year-old, and no work, no place to live. And if you've ever been to Kauai, you know, $300 doesn't go far. We had no car, we had nothing. And so I got on welfare and food stamps and Quest and all the things. And we were, you know, able to pull things together and make it through. And after, you know, probably about a year, we were basically back on our feet. But it was a really intense experience to go from having a baby, and there was just a series of events basically that happened that left us with absolutely nothing. And before we left Uruguay, knowing what was happening, I said, actually, Diego and I both said, we committed to, we're going to be back down here someday, and we're not going to have to leave unless we want to. And shortly after that is when I started Purium. Probably about like 2 years after. And so that was a really, really big vision for me. That was like a huge commitment that I made to my future. And I also want to share this because we're in a really, really huge time of breakdown right now, of like structural breakdown within our society, in North America, in the global picture, right? There are so many things that we thought we could rely on, that we thought were stable, that are crumbling. And I like to look at this as an incredible time of deeply rich, fertile soil that has been composted with like all that old stuff, and is ready for a ready and fertile, like there's nothing more fertile than a breakdown. Because that is the place where we make big decisions. So there's a lot of people in this world who are out there, and they're seeking and searching, and they're ready to make a big decision because they are not ready to keep going in the way that they have been. And they're seeing what's behind the wallpaper, right? Like, so I made this decision in one of the most fertile moments of my life, aka the biggest breakdown in my life. And so 4 years after that, about 4 years after that, I was crowned with Purium. I got deep. I said yes to Purium once I saw that this could be, you know, that this could bring me the income that I was seeking at that time, which was $20,000 a month. I said yes, and I immediately just got deep down into my belief, and I got deep down into the nitty gritty, and I just nurtured myself and kicked my own butt. It was like, we're doing this. So fast forward to when I hit crown in my business, which is a significant amount of income. I have been working my butt off, and I'm talking about this motivation thing because I've lived this motivation thing. And I was like, my dream and my vision and my commitment to changing my life was so much bigger than any objection that I got from anybody, or any my kids fighting while I'm trying to lead a Zoom or whatever, like all the things. My best friend sending back her pack because she said that it was making her bloated. And then she wrote a Facebook post about how Purium didn't work for her. By the way, that's Christina Amon's upline, Monica. So if you have people who have just don't get involved with other people's things. You just have to stay 100% aligned with your end result, and don't lose your energy. Don't throw your energy down after anyone going down there. That's their stuff. You stay 100% aligned and strong and posturing in that place, and they will come back around. So we decided to come down to Uruguay. We hadn't been in years. It had been 5 years since we've been down here. And we took a 2-month off grid. I had no cell phone service down here. I was completely unplugged from my business. And we came down here with the kids. At that point, I had 3. We were like, okay, we're doing it. We rented out our apartment. We came down here. And while I was down here in Uruguay, unplugged from my business, I ranked 2-star crown. That's right, Natasha. 2-star crown, baby. Off grid, 2-star crown. That's the magic here, is that you can create something that grows without you. This is totally 100% unique. Are you committed to that? Can you be committed to that enough to find the motivation to move through the moments when you are like, I don't want to do it. This sucks. Wah, right? I mean, and I'm only saying this because this is my inner dialogue. I don't want to do this. Right? Still, I'm like, I don't want to do it. I told Rachel I would do this soon. Now I'm like, okay, I'm not getting off, you guys. I could just talk to you forever, right? Because I broke through that barrier. Now I'm here. What's up? So I made that. So we came down, I hit 2-star crown. And before we left, the day that we were leaving, actually the day that we were, I think it was the day before we left, we were in this little city called Punta del Este. And Diego and I looked at each other and we were like, okay, next time we come down here, we are coming down here with an unlimited budget, and we are going to do what we want with our house, and we are going to buy the furniture that we want. And even though I was already crowned, we still were still in that zone, kind of and we were only down there for 2 months. So we went to the store. We drove by the store that was the super fancy, chic, there's parts of Uruguay, they're ultra mega rich and fancy, chicy, you wouldn't believe. We went and we were like, let's stop at this store. Let's just stop at this store and live this vision of the next time that we're coming down. And we're going to live this vision, and we're going to buy something from this store that's going to represent to us what we're doing next time. So we went into the store, and of course, it was $5,000 for a wooden table, $500 for a shelf. And, I mean, I'm talking these people know how to live down here in Uruguay. Punta del Este, you can look it up. You can look up that city. So we ended up buying this little vase. It was a little jug, a jar, a hand blown glass jar. Really beautiful. And I think it costs about $150. I know, but we were like, this is the cheapest thing in here. And we like it. So we're like, we're going to invest $150 into our dream, into this vision of what we're going to create next time we come down. And so wouldn't you know, we didn't come down for another 4 years because we were like doing all this other stuff. We bought a house in Kauai, like all this stuff, right? We came back down here in December because I had that knowing, that voice inside me said, it's time to move. December, maybe it was like end of November. And I kept on feeling, we got to go to Uruguay. We got to go to Uruguay. And then one day I looked at the tickets just out of the blue. I was like, I wonder how much it would cost to get down there right now. Cause I was starting to feel like this feeling like starting to get weird. So, so I looked at the tickets and they were $300 a piece one way from Kauai to Uruguay. Normally those tickets would be like $2,000 and they were only open for that time at that price for like 3 weeks. And then right after that, they changed back to, cheap. Like you can't even normally fly inter-island for that much. So I was like, okay, is this like a sign from the universe or what? So I bought the tickets. We moved out of our house. We got renters. We did all the things in 3 weeks. We completely like made ourselves ready to leave Kauai and be down here for at least 6 months. And wouldn't you know, we got down here and we found that thing, whatever it's called, the hara, the jar, the pitcher. And we started like pouring ourselves water out of the pitcher and we're like, look at this pitcher, you remember this? We like went to that store and everything. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna cut this story short. Right now, we just added 2 new rooms to our house, ripped apart all the things that had been done wrong because we were on such a tight budget over the years of trying to make it work with what we had. We ripped everything down to the studs. We added on like all these different pieces and parts. We have the best, like most beautiful tiles that we wanted. We're like putting in, you know, that separate thing where it's like the stove top is separate from the oven, which is going to be over here. We're putting in an island. Like we're doing all the things. And I'm looking at my husband. So today we decided we're actually going to add on a garage too to the house. So they're making like this huge garage. Like we were just over there. They're going to lay the foundation today. And I looked over at my husband and I was like just today I looked at him and I was like, we did it. We did it. We don't have to change our vision based on our budget. We don't have to say, oh, can we afford to get this stove or should we get that stove? We don't have to compromise on this dream, this vision that we're creating, this beautiful home for our family to be in as long as we want, because you know what? We don't have to go anywhere. We can stay here as long as we want. The money from Purium just keeps rolling in. I'm saving money. I'm investing money into crypto right now. I'm like taking a class on investing in crypto. I'm like, this is so fun. I can play with money. And it's not about, you know, it's not about like, you know, oh, just being like so rich and having like, rah, 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 rah. It's about being able to be authentic to who how I want to express myself in this world and to heal these wounds that have been passed to me, that we have all received, that we have all inherited around what it is to really be worthy of having and expressing, and all these stories that have been told over and over and over and over and over and over and over again about what it looks like to show up in the world and what is okay and how it is okay. And so I just want to leave you all with this imprint that if I can do this, you can do this. Your vision is not the same as mine. Your dream is not the same as mine. You don't want to come down here to Uruguay and like rip out all the moldy walls from your house because the guy that you hired, who was like a total rapscallion, to put it nicely, like built this addition like crap and the roof has been leaking for 6 years. You know, I mean, that's not your dream. Like you have your own dream, but you deserve your dream and your dream deserves you. And your work right now is to find out whatever it is that is preventing your dream from getting to you, that is preventing your dream from like expressing itself through you. What wants to be expressed through you right now? And the more deeply that you're contacting that desires to be expressed through you, the stronger and more courageous you're going to be in going after it and creating space for it and loving yourself enough to believe that you deserve it and doing the things that you need to show up in order for that to happen. And Rachel is going to share with you some of those like skill sets. But until and unless you are in 100% alignment with the fact that you want deep down what you say you want, that you're willing to do what it takes to have those things, that you're willing to show up in the world as someone who has those things, there will always be an excuse to say, oh, it's just not working for me. I don't know, that thing, it just didn't work for me. It's not about your following. It's not about your education. It's not about anything besides trusting yourself and having the courage to follow your dream every single day. And listening to Rachel and doing what she says and being coachable and just showing up. Like Christina Amon, who is now living her dream, spent 2 years. She hit diamond and then she went back down to executive, and she spent 2 years at executive, every single Zoom, front and center, absorbing, learning, courageous enough to look at herself in the mirror when she knew she was externally failing, whatever that means. She could have translated into that, and instead she translated it into, I am doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And now she's a 2-star crown. She's going all the way to the top. She's retiring her husband. They just bought a Tesla. I don't know if she told anyone that, you know, like she has her farm going. She has her other, like she's living her dream. Her dream has birthed itself through her. And now she's gestating more dreams. And Christina, you know, she ain't no online influencer. She just hit 1,000 followers on Instagram like a couple days ago. Like she had 400 followers on Instagram or something when she started. So focus on your end result. Know what it is that you're here for. Know it inside and out. Put that on every day before you get out of bed. Like, express the gratitude for this life that you're building and creating, and trust yourself that you can do this. You can do this. And you're going to have to unbelieve or unbecome or undo or release all of the ways that you have believed in the past anything that's not true about what is possible for you. So we can just collectively grab a hold of all of those things that are no longer true for us and just let go of them. One at a time, or all together, it's up to you. So with that being said, I'd like everyone to just type your goal for the month into the comments again one more time. What it is that you are, excuse me, I'm like, some energy, whatever it is that you are committed to experiencing this month. And then ranking diamond, getting Jessica to diamond. Great. Awesome. Executive. That's right. You know, executive and then on to diamond, 2-star strong. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Resilience. You know, this is about, it's so much more than like every day I'm like, wow, this is about that too. Oh, wow. This is about that too. Wow. It's about that too. Right. So it's just a beautiful journey, and I love you all. Thanks, Rach.
Thank you, Sarah. That was incredible. Everyone, give her a round of applause. Come on through and just give her some love. Thank you, Sarah. It was so amazing.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Woo!
Thank you.
Sarah.
And
Phenomenal.
no one leave. No one leave because we have more. We have another 5 minutes. I want to get you guys the Equinox lowdown.
Love you,
So-
Sarah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Love you.
Kiss
We're
your
gonna-
friends for me.
We're gonna put this
Mhm.
energy. We're gonna put this energy into work right now for 5 minutes. I know we're late, but we're gonna just take an extra 5 minutes. I want to thank you, Sarah, so much for giving us the inspiration and the motivation to be in action and do this. It's it's really doable. And like she said, Christina stuck through it. She stuck through the fire 2 years in executive, and then all of a sudden she pops through. So no matter where you're at, anything is possible. It's the only thing that'll stop you is quitting. It's the only thing that'll stop you is not doing it. Is just stopping, right? So thank you so much. I think she jumped off, but I want to just give us a moment to talk really quickly about the Equinox Elevation and this giveaway. Okay, you guys, we are giving away an ultimate lifestyle transformation plus performance pack worth $524. This is what we're giving away. And we're giving it away. And Thursday, your goal is to get as many people onto this, the Instagram live at superfood.social live Thursday at 6 Pacific time at night. If you can get as many people to be on that presentation, any of your people who can win a pack, if they're there that night, they're going to learn how to win a pack. Okay. That's going to be the information. The whole point of doing a giveaway is what? Why do we do a giveaway? What is our goal with a giveaway? Why are we giving away free product? Why would we do that?
We're opening conversations.
We are opening conversations, yes. And what else? If a person wants to win the giveaway, what are they going to have to do?
Show up.
That's right. They're going to have to show up and they're going to have to be in front of a presentation. That is the whole point. We give away a pack in order to give people a motivation to show up for something, which is a presentation. So they're going to learn the thing. If we just gave away the pack, no one would learn anything. But the point of the pack is to get as many people as possible. It's not about them winning. It's about them getting in front of a presentation with the hope, and someone will win. One of your people might win. If you win, you can do a giveaway. You can take that pack, give it to your team, use it however you want, or even do a giveaway for your team and then create motivation again for another action. Okay, so everyone, your goal is to start letting everyone know I'm giving away hundreds of dollars of superfoods. However you want to say it on your social media lives, your stories, your Facebook, share your story. Say I'm giving away free product. I'm giving away like $500 worth of food superfoods. Who wants to win? That's going to get a lot of people to respond. Okay, that's going to get a lot of people to say, okay, I'm interested. Tell me what you've been doing. I'm watching you for a while. Like, yeah, what can I do to win? All right. And then you're going to funnel them towards the Instagram live. So if you have not yet, go to superfood.social right now. Look at the Equinox. Look at that post. Get to understand what they are telling you. And on Thursday, we're going to spend some more time talking about how to get people into that funnel. And you're going to get as many people as possible on to watch Instagram live, or you're going to send them the replay and they're going to have a few days to watch the replay and submit submit themselves to win the product. Okay. So I don't have to say too much more. I think you guys get it. Just go to @superfood.social, get creative, be on your post. Who want, I'm doing a giveaway. Who's interested? Start gathering names, start writing them down. And then at the last minute, you're going to remand everybody, here's where you go. Here's what you do. Make sure you're here at this time. And you can even send them some of the videos out. Just send them to the Superfood social page and say, start this. They can go there and start looking and start reading and start listening to some of the replays, some of the videos that are already there that have the business presentation. Okay. So get creative. Don't do it just once. Do it several times. Do the thing all week long. And the Equinox, so the 26th, this Thursday, the 26th at 6 o'clock Pacific time is when we're going to go. Christina Amon will go live in the Superfood social group. She's going to explain the rules and tell everybody what to do to win. And then and then we're going to be starting next month. So this is a way to get a lot more signups by the end of this month. The goal is that this is actually helping more people get signed up by the end of this month. Because if they have to submit and try to win, or they can buy product and then have it reimbursed. If they decide they want to get started, they can buy their product. And then if they win, they get reimbursed. So either is possible. You're still going to take them through the funnel, take them through the 3 eyes, etc. It's the same thing. It's just that your fishing hook, your line, right, is actually the winning of the product. All right. So find ways to share your story, watch each other's posts, watch the superfood.social post, because I'm actually reposting people's stories, and there are people who are like actually trying to get people to come, or I'm reposting their stories. So you can go to the superfood.social stories and you can see how other people are presenting this and enticing their customers, their brand partners, their prospects, and getting them interested. Okay. So with that said, thank you so much. I love you. Have an amazing day, and share your takeaways in the UBT thread or right here in the chat.
There's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments and questions in the chat. Can you just quickly address those?
Okay. Anybody can win. Brand partners can win. Anyone can win. It's free product. It's the ULT. It's our pack. It's our new brand partner pack. So the ULT plus performance is $524. We're going to go over this on Thursday too. I'm going to be leading the call on Thursday, but it's $524. And it's this is the pack that you can get this pack and get the business. This is our business pack now, because we want everyone who joins the business to have that pack. If you have not gotten that pack, get that pack so you know what you're promoting. Make sure you get the ULT plus performance yourself, so you know what it looks like when it comes. You know, understand what's in that pack. You get to experience the pack. You'll have some extra product if you need, and you can use this for sampling, etc. But to start getting comfortable with this pack. This is the number one. This is the only pack I'm recommending now. It's got everything in it. It's enough for people to do 3 times a day the whole month if they want to. All right. Comes with 4 power shakes, 2 MVP sports, has the super xanthan, the can't beat this, aloe digest, and cocoa hydrate plus the ULT. Okay. So
tell me the name of the pack one more time. Tell me the name of the pack one more time.
The ULT plus performance.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. And I want to congratulate Naomi, who got me on a Connect call on Friday. She had a new brand partner who ordered the pack. No problem. She's like, okay, sounds good. Let's get the pack. People are not even flinching. It's all your inner posture. If you understand why this is valuable, then this is going to be easy for you to share. If you don't know why it's valuable, watch the replay that I did from last week, or whenever I did. I think it was last week. Watch Seema's replay, watch anyone's replay about the ULT plus performance, but it is really a powerful pack. And start coming to all the Zooms so that you get really, the next month, come to every Zoom. If you come to every Zoom for the next 4 weeks, you'll become so well versed in this. I mean, this is 350 points, y'all. 350 points. 3 ULTs, and you're like, not only you have the UBT, you got 1,000 points plus 500, you got 1,500 points, you guys. All right. If you sell 3 of those in a week, the UBT is now 1,500 points every week. Right. This is like a huge, fast way to get anywhere. So then what else did Naomi do? I want to just congratulate her. She also had her person we had a launch Zoom, because this is our duplication now. A new brand partner signs up. What is the first thing we do? We have a launch for them within a week. That week, Naomi's person did it that day. She enrolled on Friday. She had a launch Zoom on Saturday. Had 4 people on that Zoom Saturday night. We did the same thing for Nova. Nova got a person on a Connect call, and again, we have a launch Zoom set up for her this Wednesday. Anyway, anybody who's gotten a person on a Connect call, that's the pack they get. So just know that is normal. That it's just as easy as the ULT pack. And it's all about building the value. Okay. Any other questions? I'll stay on if you guys want to ask a few more questions.
Do they have to be live on the IG as part of the ways to win?
Nope. Oh, no, they can watch the replay. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can watch the replay. Look at the rules. Go to the page and learn. Find out. Get really clear. Yeah. Bye, Amy. Any other questions? And you can use all those squares that I posted in the team thread. All right. Love you guys. Hey, let's just
do those squares, can we post them on the posts as well as in stories, or just stories?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Both. Okay, great.
Whatever you want to do with them. They're yours. You can send them to friends. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Can paste it on my head.
Yeah. Any takeaways? You want anybody feel like sharing a couple takeaways from Sarah's today?
I'll say that what I loved about Sarah's showing was she was embodying it. She was just being it. She is so real.
Uh-oh, you're broken up. You're broken up, love. Sorry. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, we got to do the thing even when we don't feel like doing the thing. Like that's what leadership is. Be the leader that you know that you want people to follow, right? So showing up even when you don't feel like it. That's been a huge practice for me over the past month as I'm really endeavoring to up my game. So doing the thing, sitting down, prospecting, even when I don't feel like it. There's a lot of things I'd rather be doing than sitting and prospecting, you know? It's like, but I'm placing my goals and my commitment to myself and my team and how I'm endeavoring to show up, wearing the cloak of the crown before I'm crowned, right? Like feeling the cloak of crown before I'm there, feeling the cloak of black diamond before I've achieved black diamond, red diamond, whatever it is, you know? So, yeah, that's really my takeaway. I so appreciated her coaching around that today. It was just so good. Invite her back quarterly, please.
We will have her soon. Yeah, and I have to say that for me as well. And I can't tell you how many Zooms I've been on that I didn't want to be on because I'm just like, I have to do the thing. I have to be on the Zoom. I have to get the information. Then I'm like, I always get a download. It doesn't matter whether you're a crown, 2-star crown, or brand new. There is something on every Zoom. You should never miss a Zoom. Sometimes I have appointments, things happen. Sometimes life happens, but I'm like, I do it the best I can to be on a Zoom as long as I don't have an appointment or something. So yeah, but doing the thing. Yeah, like prospecting, like you're really doing a 90-minute time block is like, if you're wondering why am I not advancing, you're not doing your 90-minute time blocks every day. Well, there's your answer. Right. Okay. Anyone else?
And just to be yourself too, you need to be authentic. That's what I like. And that's my core value as well. And I'm super busy. Like I work 50 hours a week, but showing up, I just love showing up. And I just like love that you guys text me and remind me. And like, this is just amazing. And you're learning so much. Like you cannot pass that. Like how many companies are going to give this? Like, how many companies are going to offer this? Like not many, right? And just to believe in yourself, I think it's a big thing. Because for me, every time I believe in myself more and more, guess what? I'm going closer to my goals, like every day, and I'm loving it.
Yes. I actually, when I was trying to go for diamond, they kept asking me, what is a diamond like? What does a diamond behave like? What does a diamond act like? And I was like, oh, I got to step into being a diamond. That's what she means. Like she bought that little jar. It's like, how am I carrying myself? Am I behaving like a diamond?
Right.
Are you okay? Oh, he's working out. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I changed, started dressing differently. And then when I was hitting crown, it was like, what else do I need to do? Well, I needed to show up and be on video. I needed to dress a certain way. I mean, I wanted to like exude what it is that I'm trying to become, you know, because that creates that inner posture.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an actor. You get dressed on stage and we're rehearsing. We wear the costume because we become the character, you know, and same with stepping into diamond or crown or whatever. You're stepping into a new character. And then
love it.
So good to see you, Natasha.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. I'll let y'all go. I'm so glad you're here. I love you all. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thanks, Rach. Love to us all. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.